On a fiery morning at The View, Sunny Hostin didn't hold back as the co-hosts tackled one of the day's most jaw-dropping topics, a growing trend in China where wives hire consultant mistresses to infiltrate their cheating husbands' affairs and convince the other woman to break things off. The idea sparked a whirlwind of reactions around the table, and Hostin's take was as fierce as it was funny. The conversation began when Joy Behar jokingly described the so-called consultant mistress as basically a private eye, magnum PI in a dress. The table erupted in laughter, but things quickly turned serious when Hostin chimed in with her own brand of sharp honesty. "It's very evolved," she said thoughtfully. "The spouse that would hire this PI is not consumed with rage, is not trying to punch the other person in the throat, is not trying to poison the person. It's a very evolved way of handling the fact that your husband is a nasty, nasty cheater." That line, nasty, nasty cheater, became the catchphrase of the day, and it perfectly summed up Hostin's fiery stance. Navarro, never one to miss a comedic moment, quipped, "Sunny's never going to hire one of those consultants because she'd kill Manny if he ever cheated." The audience burst out laughing, but Hostin just smiled knowingly, suggesting Navarro might not be entirely wrong. Sara Haines then jumped in, questioning who even has the time or energy to go to such lengths. "I'm just like done," she said bluntly. "We'll get the next one. I love my husband, but I don't know how much I love him that I'd spend months and weeks trolling him to please come home." It was a dose of modern practicality. Why waste time on someone who's already betrayed you? Alyssa Farah Griffin, who's expecting her first child, brought her own perspective, saying she couldn't imagine taking such a calm or strategic approach. "I'd think you'd want to ragefully confront them," she admitted. "Not give them this easy out where they feel like I did the morally right thing in the end. Like, no, you need to feel the pain and anger." That sentiment lit a spark around the table. Behar noted, "The rage I'm experiencing from this group right now is something else," to which Griffin instantly replied, "I have rage." Without missing a beat, Hostin declared, "I own the rage," causing Behar to crack. "Okay, some of us are medicated," a line that sent the studio into laughter once again. But beneath the jokes, Hostin made her moral position unmistakable. "If my man cheats on me," she said, her tone turning sharp and deliberate, "everybody is going to know how nasty he is. Everybody is going to know how disloyal he is. Everybody is going to know everything, and I'm not going to look bad. He looks bad." The audience applauded, clearly loving her no-nonsense energy. Behar, playing devil's advocate, offered a more subdued explanation for why some people prefer to end relationships quietly. "They want to save face," she said. "That's why they don't cause a scene." But Hostin wasn't having it. For her, the betrayal of infidelity deserves exposure, not silence. This isn't the first time Hostin's marriage has been in the spotlight. Earlier in 2024, she revealed on The View's Behind the Table podcast that her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, once got upset after rapper Dougie Fresh danced a bit too close to her during a birthday celebration on the show. "I looked into the audience, saw my husband's face, and scooted over so fast," she recalled with a laugh. "We got into the car and he said, 'What the bleep was that?'" From her unapologetic views on infidelity to her witty banter with her co-hosts, Sunny Hostin once again proved why she's one of the most captivating voices on The View. With her mix of humor, intelligence, and that unmistakable spark of righteous rage, she made one thing perfectly clear. If a man cheats on her, the world's going to know exactly who the nasty, nasty cheater is.